lovely Pearl from My Peace Pursuit, and this is part 2 of Korean commentary that started off on Pearl's page. If you want to see part 1, you'll find the link here, and this is part 2.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so in order for me to get anything or see, I would have to go to Itaewon.
Yeah. Itaewon, what she just mentioned, Itaewon is the place where it's like the expat city. That's where everybody goes to get clothing that will fit a Western figure, to get shoes that will fit a Westerner's feet.
Speaking of, now that you mentioned that, I went to this one location, I believe it was in Shillong or near Shillong, and I'm walking inside the store to get, I was like, I want to see if there's shoes, I want to get a pair of shoes. The lady stopped me at the door, she said, no big size. I said, I'm a size 8, like, no big size, no big size. I'm like,
Korean women are very petite, and they're very petite, their feet are very small, so they have no reason to carry a US size 8 or a US size 9 or a US size 10, so if you are any of those sizes, you will not be able to buy shoes unless you go to Itaewon, and Itaewon caters to the Western person. They have the bigger sizes and shoes and clothing and stuff like that. So if you go to Itaewon on a weekend, there you'll find, really anytime, you'll find, that's where you'll find Nike, Adidas, you'll find Aldo, you'll find the Apple Store, you'll find Quiznos subs, you'll find Subway, Outback Steakhouse, just like all the Western things that we're accustomed to, that's where you'll find it.
not only that, because we're still in the town where I stayed, they did have a Burger King.
Okay.
But
It was different.
It was different. I was like,
Yeah.
they have wings on their menu. They have corn on their menu.
Yeah.
It's not the usual stuff that you would normally see. They deliver.
Everybody delivers.
Everybody delivers
Yeah.
to your door. Customer
McDonald's,
service.
Burger King, everybody
Everyone delivers.
Yeah. That's one of the awesome things about Korea, is that the customer service is A+. Like, they really treat their customers with the utmost courtesy and respect, and they deliver everything. Everyone delivers. The grocery store delivers.
Mom and pop store.
Restaurants deliver. Everything delivers, literally.
And going back to customer service, when we talked about how customer service is a priority, my first experience with that was at a beauty shop.
Okay.
And I kind of sort of took it the wrong way without even realizing, the culture of that's just the way they are. I was walking around just browsing, and this lady just kept following me, and I was just
I
like,
didn't understand that
and
at
I was
first.
like, does she really think I'm about to steal something? I sort of took offense to it, but then I realized that was just her way of, her making sure that I was fine and everything, and she was, wanted to assist me, but I took it the wrong way, not realizing it. But once I started understanding more about their culture, that's when I was like, oh, it made more sense, and it's just one of those things that you just have to
as
understand.
opposed to being in the States and someone is like a salesperson is following you around, they're most likely following you around because they think you look suspicious and that you're going to steal. But in Korea, when a salesperson follows you around, they're literally following you around. So the moment that you look up confused, they will jump to your aid and help you.
That happens a lot. And we're still both left confused. What about when you do make a purchase, like at a cosmetic store?
Oh my God. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
It's really sweet. Like like if I go in to buy a bottle of nail polish, right? And so I've got my bottle of nail polish and I'm checking out, and in your bag, the person will put a whole bunch of samples and free things in your bag. And that's cool. When I first got to Korea, I was like, wow, I walked in for one thing and I walked out with 7 things, and 6 of them were free.
10 trips later, you're like, oh my gosh,
you
balls.
Right, you start accumulating. After every trip, you start accumulating a lot of stuff. And for me, I don't like to be like, cumbersome, and I don't like to have a whole bunch of useless items hanging around. So for me, I would just tell them, no thank you. Like, I didn't need the extra free stuff. But, you know, at first it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, if you really need some nail polish remover and you get it for free, that's nice, you know. So, yeah, customer service, top notch in Korea. One of my favorite things about being there.
Oh gosh, we have to talk about the jjimjeongs. Oh my gosh. I know my first experience. Yeah, tell me your first experience first.
I went to the jjimjeong because I was friends with an ajumma, and she was so excited to have a Western friend that she wanted to take me everywhere and show me all of the sights of Korea.
Well, first let's tell you what a jjimjeong is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's basically like a hot sauna place, and you walk in. It's a different experience from a spa. You basically walk in, you pay, and they give you your
It's a public bath.
Yeah. Yes, a public bath. Literally a public bath. Go ahead.
That's all you have to say? Okay, the jjimjeong consists of two parts. There's the public bath area that's called, oh my god. And there's the jjimjeong place where that's the hot, kind of like the sauna. And like the public bath.
The public bath is separated, males and females.
Right.
They're separated.
So if you come together with your husband or your girlfriend or whatever, then you need to go to the male side and she'll go to the female side. And you pay. They give you your jjimjeong clothes, which is kind of like a pajama set, top and bottom. And they'll give you your towel. And you go into the shower area. You put your stuff in a locker. You take off your outside clothes and put it in the locker. And then you just get undressed and you go to the public bath and you bathe first. And then after you bathe, they have, the one that I went to, I lived in Wonju, the one that I went to was called Aqua World. And I love that one. And they had like these different hot baths, like these hot bubbling, bubbling kind of hot spring type thing. And like they would put like a green tea pool or a lavender pool, but each pool was like a different degree. So like one might be 80 degrees or one might be 70 degrees or whatever degree that you wanted. You can sit in that pool and all the women would just sit around together just chatting naked, you know. And it's just something that they do from like a little age.
They consider a bonding moment.
Right.
Dads with their sons.
Right, dads with their sons and daughters with their moms. And then you just go and you soak in the pool, or you can go into a cold pool with like those pressure jets and
rotate.
Yeah, like that. Or you can get an ajumma to give you a body scrub.
Oh, let's talk about that. So,
did you get one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how was it?
Let's just say I felt like she was trying to scrub. She thought I could get a little bit lighter. She kept scrubbing, and then I felt a little bit violated because she lifted every crack. But I understand, they're just cleaning you. I mean, they scrub everything. Every piece of body, everything was scrubbed. So when I went to Dragon Spa, which is one that's well known in Seoul,
yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
one of the biggest ones.
It is, and I think it was about 12,000 won, which is about $12
really
cheap. Really cheap. So after you put your clothes in the locker and you change, like Pearl was saying, you have to take a shower first. You have to, they consider it a cleaning process before you can go into the spa area. So first of all, this is my first time going inside of a jjimjeong. I don't really know what to expect. I just heard it's a public bath. I'm like, you know, it can't be that bad. They probably have curtains, whatever. I was wrong. So I get undressed and I'm like, okay, this is an open area. Fine, let me, you know, bathe myself. And the ajummas were just staring. I mean, up and down.
Because they've never seen a naked black person
I'm just
before.
Like, I'm like, you would think, you know, once you make eye contact, the person would turn. No, just kept looking, and then they was like, oh, that's slime, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just trying to bathe, you know, but it's
very intimidating at first, because you're not used to. Well, we're not used to people just looking at our naked bodies as we're walking by in public. Yeah. So your exposed in that kind of environment because everyone is naked.
Yeah, everyone.
And so you can't get away from it. And as opposed to our culture, when someone is naked or you see someone's nudity, you know, you just kind of like turn your face because, you know, you don't want to see it or make that person uncomfortable. They have no problem with being naked and just looking at whoever passes by. So.
So then afterwards, like, of course, I got into the tub. You know, they have, like you were saying, they have different, you know, degrees of those pools, whatever not. And then once you're done with that section of the area, they do have another section. I don't remember what it's called, but where the males and the females meet together. And
that's the jinjobang part.
That's the jinjobang part.
Right.
Where
you put your clothes back on before you go to the jinjobang. Yeah. You put your jinjobang clothes on that they gave you at the entrance. You put that on, and then you go to the jinjobang, and that's where it's kind of like you sit in rooms, like these hot rooms.
Yeah, different degrees.
Different degrees. Like the one that I used to go to, there was like a salt room, and they had these big, huge slabs of salt just like piled up and like little salt pebbles, and you would just lay on the pebbles, and just it was supposed to pull out toxins out of your body. Yeah. And then you would just go to whichever room you preferred. So I like the salt room, and after you went to that and it expelled the toxins and it opened up your pores, then you're supposed to go to a colder room.
Yeah,
like
ice.
Yeah, like they have an ice
igloo
room where like literally ice is so cold that ice is, you know, in the room. But I never had the courage to go into that one. It was too cold.
I rotated back and forth, and like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna catch a cold. But I realized, no, it's just, you know, a cleansing process. So I'd go back and forth.
You're brave.
And I'd buy a boiled egg. Because they would serve boiled eggs.
That's a Korean snack.
Yeah.
Boiled eggs. Boiled egg and ramen noodle. Typical Korean snack. So it was quite a experience. After I went the first time, I was really intimidated and scared the first time, but after you've had that experience, it's like, oh my god, this is so freeing, and it's so, you've never had a clean, like taking a shower and bathing at home is nothing in comparison to a jinjobang shower. And
I love jinjobang.
You come out of there squeaky clean.
Yeah, like I had a long week.
Yeah.
That was my personal spot.
Yeah.
A long week. Go to jinjobang.
To relieve stress. I used to go in the winter time. Like it gets so cold in Korea. Oh my god, like deathly cold. And so we're both from Florida, and we're accustomed to this hot sunshine state type of weather. So going to Korea was a drastic change.
Oh, my fingers are gonna fall off.
Yeah, drastic change. So in the winter, when I can't handle the cold any longer, I just go to the jinjobang and just sit in that hot pool and just thaw out and just relax, because if it wasn't for that, dude, I don't know how I would have made it through those winters. 4 winters, no way.
So jinjobang is a Korean thing, so of course we have to go into karaoke.
Noribang. I have a video about Noribang. If you check out my videos, you'll see a video about Noribang. Yeah. It's just basically like Korean karaoke. Yeah.
Yeah, private rooms, public rooms. It's just a fun. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the series that we put together. I really enjoyed this. It brought back memories. And it was a great discussion. Don't forget, if you have any topic that you would want to hear, that you want to see us discuss, or any questions, put them down below. I'll read them all. I always reply. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, and check out Pearl from My Peace Pursuit on her YouTube channel.